Hello, my dears. It is 26th of February in the afternoon. Just doing a quick little update here for you. Yes, socks with sandals. The table clearing is going decently well. Just going to move that stuff off and it'll be fine. I want to give my thanks to Skitz Bricks, to AINQ3347, and to Pat Connor 553 for their comments on my previous video about rolling shelves, giving some of their input on stuff that they've dealt with and things that they're seeing in their experiences with some of these units. One idea that my father-in-law was toying with was to make the flat bases just like a box and weight those and then stack the units on top of each other, screw them into each other. And we quickly determined, plus with the help of, I don't know how you pronounce him, AQ3347, that it would be extremely wobbly and probably break or collapse in some way. So after a lot of back and forth, we have landed on a design that isn't unlike something that he came up with early on with some modifications, but where we're basically making cabinets, and then the cabinets have slides. So like you can see, there's the top one, and then there'd be a couple on the bottom, and those slides are specifically made to hold like 200 something pounds. So it'll be more than enough for one of these things, which I estimate to be about 150 to 200 pounds when fully stocked. And so we'll make them in twos, and we're only going to make one double unit right now, because I was thinking about it, it's like I don't need all 8 pull-out sections right now. I'm not going to be able to fill those up anytime soon, at least not with current work situations. So, but one of these will hold all of the units that need to come off, or one cabinet unit, so 2 pull-out sections, which are 5 stacks of acro back to back, with a face and handles. This will be able to handle all of the ones that are coming off the wall and the 6 that I ordered and sent to his house already. I got to get some to swap out for the partials, but it will hold a lot more. It will be completely sturdy. There's not going to be anything that could possibly topple. It will be more expensive, but this is a one-time storage solution like purchase / creation. He's doing all of the labor for free, which is amazing. He even offered to split the cost because he just loves doing projects. And I'm like, good sir, you need to not worry yourself about splitting the cost of this. Because, I mean, it will be more expensive because we're building a big box around it out of 3/4 inch plywood. But I told him not to worry about that part. I'm covering the cost. But if he's happy to do the labor as a project, because he has a nice workshop, whatever, and he loves doing projects. So I'm like, by all means, if you want to create it for me, I will not fight you on that. But do know I'm paying for it all. So he's going to do a little bit more research into the slides and the handles to get some of the best that we can get for the money. He was looking at some on Amazon. They're like $50 for a pair of them, which means $150 in slides if there's 3 per pull out. So he's going to look at Rockler and see if there's anything there that might be less expensive. But if that is the option, that's the option. So that's what we're going to do, and that's how it's going to be. Plus, it'll be a nice enclosed box, so when you see it from the sides, you're going to see a nice panel of wood and not like a row of acro facing out the door or facing towards me when it's all closed up. And the top will be sturdy for shelving, for putting whatever on top of there. So some of those, those bins or overflow sets, or even if I have my own, sets and whatever, those can go back up there. Which is for any of the rollout stuff, we would have had to put a shelf up above there for any kind of capability of that nature. So that's exciting. I'm pretty happy with that. I think it's the best possible solution that we've come up with. The only thing I'm losing, minus the cost, is the rolling them around the room, which, given how small this room is not really a big deal. It's not something I even do right now with anything, so I'm not missing out on a current capability that I have. So way safer, way less chance of injury, of like zero chance of wobble, and we might even get some nice like whatever the gentle close kind, where basically you push it and it'll close the last couple inches rather than slamming in, kind of thing. So I'm excited about that. I think it's the best solution, and I know he's going to deliver that with excellence. He built his own shop cabinet, so he's got a lot of experience in making cabinets and such. The other bit of news / whatever. So I built, if I can remember to put it in the video, I built this Viking Village mock. It takes the original Viking Village Lego set, original being like the one that came out a couple of years ago. It just retired end of last year or something like that. It takes that Viking Village set and then 2 mocks from, I think, Skitz Bricks is the creator, and it all tacks into one giant Viking village. It's an amazing mock. I loved making it. It was a pretty display for a while, but it took up a lot of space, and I don't have a ton of space, and I got my enjoyment of building out of it. I got the sets on sale, and looking up the value, I realized that the used cost on those sets is more than what I bought them for new. So I was like, okay, I am happy to let this go. I'm just going to take a picture, put it on Facebook Marketplace. Prefer not to ship it, but if I need to, that's okay. And I listed it for, I put it for $450 or trade for minifigures. Met up with a guy just recently, and he was happy to trade me some of his Star Wars figs, and there's some really good ones in here. So I'm going to just go over some of those real fast. Well, there we go. All right, so we naturally have a Mandalorian. What collection wouldn't be without a Mandalorian? He doesn't have a cape, but that's okay. It might be pre-cape Mando. None of the Mandos are very valuable, so I'm not super concerned about that. There's probably $5 to $10 there. Always happy to get more Stormies. There's a nice mall. And this is a combination of like a standard Mandalorian, but it has the Sabine helmet on it, which is a $60-ish helmet, and it's in very nice shape. Just like very minor. It's not new out of the box, but there's not any paint scratch that I can see. Just some, forget this guy's name. It's something longer, but he's in one set, and he goes for a decent amount of money also. So that's good. Ooh, so I'm dropping, folks. He's worth a good deal. Another Plo, who I think is the one, Starfighter, I can't remember, but he's, worth decent. Again, another combination. It's a Death Watch, but it's got the pre-Vizsla helmet. My camera won't focus. I could do the zoom. So you can see how terrible my thumb cuticles are. But it's got the pre-Vizsla helmet, which is in pretty good condition. And it's just, standard Death Watch Mandalorian. There is a mostly correct Rex. The downside is he's got just a standard helmet, which I knew going into it, and that was part of the negotiation. So I'll probably part the Rex out. But so those guys, which didn't have a couple dozen handle at any point. Another Gar Saxon who does have the right head. That was something I'd had him send over pictures. Phasma. Then open this bag up with one hand. Let's do this. Set you down for just a second. There we go. There's the, I don't remember the name of all of these guys. It's a Sergeant. Always love the bombers. I don't get enough of those guys in. Just some regular of those new ones, which I either have or have had, and I think this one's worth a little bit more because it's got those markings. A bark trooper, which is always nice. From the Bad Batch. I don't remember which one is which, but he has the right head too. There's Cody. He's just missing his visor, but it's an orange visor. It's nothing crazy. And then I asked him over Messenger, is like, do you have any other figs that I could, possibly just write out purchase from you as well? So he has a bunch of these Alien Conquest ones, which are all pretty sweet. And then there was a Luna Lovegood Harry Potter one that my oldest kid does Harry Potter, and she does not have a Luna Lovegood. So get these and the Luna for the missing Rex head. So all in all, when I did all the values of these before we even made a deal, they come to pretty much what I was asking for the set. So on the 6 months average. So I'm going to thoroughly check them over before listing them, make sure things like the visor is correct, break off the helmet here, put this guy in my Deathwatch collection to, I have a few in there, which let's just, can't remember if that's the right head or not. I think it is. It's one that looks kind of slightly weird. Mouth is a little bit, print's a little worn on it, but since it's just going in here, do that. I could probably build a few of these at some point, but they're not exactly hot sellers. I've got several in here. So that, then, I'll go through, part out the Rex, list the helmet, part out the other Mandalorian armor, and I don't know offhand which one that is. I think it's from that multi-pack. So I don't think that's Sabine's either piece from her, but I'll check all that before we do it. And yeah, so nice little Star Wars collection. Anything I can do to get some Star Wars figs, I'm happy to get, because they are hotcake items, as I am sure you all know. But overall, I think that's an awesome trade, because for me as a seller, one set goes to one customer, but 20 whatever figs goes to potentially 20 something customers who might also buy other things. So it's better overall, more opportunity for reviews and growing the store, etc., etc. So works out great for me. Plus I got the figure from my daughter, and yeah, and the Alien Conquest guys, I can, because there's several of them, they can be listed a little bit higher. Anywho, that'll be all for now and today. I hope you all have an excellent day / weekend / whatever time it is for you. And I'll catch you all later.